situation, I dare say, around the region. Want to reach out to Ms. Rosemary Donald up there in New York, Amber over there in Anguilla, Jennifer in Atlanta, Bridges, Mr. Val Monish, and all the notables out there. Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Voices. At this point in time, however, we're going to pause to give credit to our sponsors, without whom this program would not be possible. So we chit-chat on the other end of the ads. We'll be right back.
Are you ready for the summer? Need a plan like no other. Stay connected when you're on the go.
Sign up for internet and get 1 month free, plus a chance to pay $0 for the rest of the year. Plus, get a chance to win free data, gas vouchers, $500 cash weekly, grocery vouchers, Fed tickets, and more.
Switch over to Flow.
50,000?
50,000.
$50,000? Win big with TDC! Win up to $50,000 cash in the TDC Mega Rewards Mega Raffle! To enter, you must be a Mega Rewards member or sign up to TDC Mega Rewards Loyalty Program. Shop at our TDC retail stores or online at shoptdcgroup.com to receive one entry for every $250 spent. Draws take place from July to November. Win $10,000 every month with your entry rolled over so you can win, and win even more.
Yes, this is 50.
Terms and conditions apply.
Feel the magic happening.
Campari.
Taste. Something incredible happens when Campari is mixed just right. Like Campari and orange juice poured over ice. Taste it. Try it tonight. Bitter, sweeter, better. Campari. Must be 18 years and older. Drink responsibly.
Chris Collins, good morning. What's cooking? I don't know if you cook, but I know you. I know you're in Yamwell, so good morning, and I'm glad you. Restaurant Curry. I won't tell you who said that. We're happy to see that you're up and you're in the land of the kicking. Once again, welcome to another episode of Voices. We are in the month of September. There's a song. Do you remember the month of September 40 years ago on the 19th day? Was Chris Collins born yet? So yeah, we're celebrating our 40th anniversary of our independence, that where we raised the flag at midnight some 40 years ago. For the second half of today's programming, we're going to have the PRO of the I think it's the Independence Planning Committee. We hear there are lots of celebrations, lots of things happening, some cautious, some controversial. So perhaps the listening audience, the viewers can have a chance to weigh in and ask a question or two. But that's for the second half of the show. In the meantime, we're kind of hungry because Jamson and I expected a guest who would bring some, goodies for us to nibble on while we're here, and they're not here at the moment. But anyway, the band plays on. And what is Chris saying? I'll give you that in a second. Yes, I expect a guest within the next 10 minutes. Nobody shows up. It's going to be open mic Wednesday. And I would like for folks to call in and weigh in on what's happening out there in SKB. I was going to touch that, but I'm happy that you mentioned it. Okay, here's what's happening. I was overseas a couple of days ago. And, okay. Dr. What's his first name? McLean Emmanuel. Dr. McLean Emmanuel, Sir McLean Emmanuel, has now been advanced to the stage where he's receiving his doctorate from UWI. And so, Jamster want to play a clip that will better inform our listeners and viewers as to exactly how that is playing out. So, when you're ready, Jamster, hit it. Chris, Yeah, Chris is saying that at the time he was a young photographer. I think at the time he still had hair in his head. Yeah. I'm not saying that you don't have any, but I'm just saying, yes, I recall you slinging your cameras and covering that historic moment. So we're very happy that you were part of that. Sometime after there was a change of administration, we were told that that particular footage was not found to play. So there are a lot of folks who are still not really informed about what happened. So whatever you have to share with us is the 13th day of September. And a few days from now, it will be the 16th of September. We'll be celebrating National Heroes Day. In the meantime, we're ready for that clip that Jamsel queued up. So 1, 2, 3,
Here to
go.
celebrate the contribution of Sir MacLean to the art form of calypso and generally to nation building. In fact, Sir MacLean has been easily one of the most influential person in the history of our country. His influence did not stop with the calypso art form, but he would have influenced the socio-economic and political development of our country. In fact, Sir MacLean, as we all know, is a very proud Black Antiguan, an Afrocentric person, someone who also made his contribution towards fighting the colonialists, those who colonized us, someone who helped us to fight for independence, and obviously someone who entertained us for decades. And it's very fitting that we have gathered here today in our numbers to give him praise, to tell him thank you for his contribution, and obviously to celebrate his achievements. And it's important that we do so, that we give our national icons, we give them their flowers while they're alive. Sir MacLean is just about to celebrate his 80th birthday. In fact, within a matter of a few hours, he will make 80 years of age. And that in itself is a significant achievement. In fact, Sir MacLean, I say to you that you are blessed to have achieved 80 years of age. And we are even more blessed to be here to celebrate you in person and not to be celebrating you after you have passed. And I'll say here that this is indeed a very important gesture because culturally, over the decades, we have celebrated our national icon.
Okay, go ahead.
We do have something that was sent to me by Miss Petra Williams, and it continues. Antiguan Calypso icon, Sir MacLean, King Short Church, Emmanuel, will be the countries. These are overlapping. Okay, then, go ahead. Okay, we got some dead here, so I'm going to continue until you're ready. Okay. It says, will be the country's lone recipient of an honorary degree from the UE Five Islands campus as part of the wider UE's upcoming class of 2023 graduation ceremonies starting next month. The announcement came on Saturday afternoon in a media statement from the UE, in which it was revealed that King Shortshirt is part of a notable list of recipients from the entertainment sector across the Four Islands campus. Soca artist Alison Hines is said to be honored by Cavell campus. Trinidad and Tobago's born R&B singer, actress Heather Headley by the St. Augustine campus, and Jamaican reggae legend Beres Hammond by the Mona campus. I'm trying to find something the way they mentioned Elmat, but the other honorees are Ian Hickland and Trisha Tannis at Cave Hill, Baroness Floella Benjamin and Lawrence Scott at St. Augustine, Professor E. Dale Abel Lascelles Shin, posthumous, Richard Manley, Ambassador Audrey Max and Mona, and Dr. Patrick Anthony, and Dame Janet Gwyneth Bostwick at the Global Campus. So there are quite a number of notables, but Sir MacLean would be the only one from Antigua who will be getting that honor. The annual tradition of conferring honorary degrees, the statement said, will commemorate the outstanding contributions by these individuals to their communities and the wider society. It also considers this year with the UEI, I'll read it again. It also coincides this year with the UE's 75th Jubilee celebration. Okay, didn't know it was that old. In the statement, King Shortshirt, who has amassed more than 24 titles as a fierce competitor, is described as a colossus of Calypso, having won the competition 15 times in Antigua and Barbuda, becoming the first to win 3 successive competitions and also the only to boast 3 separate Calypso hat-tricks. So, it was noted too that since entering the Calypso arena in 1962, the 81-year-old has copped the Caribbean Calypso competition 7 times, as well as winning 7 road match crowns. For several decades, King Shortshirt has thrilled audience in Antigua and Barbuda and across the region with hits like Lamentation, Tourist Lego, Power and Authority, Nobody Gonna Run Me, and the personal favorite of many Antiguans, Vivian Richards. Okay, so that's quite introduction to the man who needs no introduction. His achievement has been legendary, and he's now been honored with a doctorate, honorary doctorate at Cayville campus, not Cayville, the Three Islands UE campus in Antigua. And they also mentioned other notables around the region, Beres Hammond, and all the folks, which we're going to go into because you pose a question, what happens to the artists and those who contribute from SKN? We've had questions, we've had recommendations, suggestions that Ernesto Nero be given a similar recognition. Pardon? Marcus of the Woods. Yeah, Marcus of the Woods. People are actually now advocating for him to be honored during this 40th independence anniversary. We'll wait and see. So, you want me to finish? Okay, no problem.
The annual past, and I want to thank the organizers who actually organized this function, recognizing the need for us to celebrate this great national icon. Now, I want to state here and make it unequivocal that I endorse the sentiments of King Progress. And I do believe that Sir MacLean is deserving of the title of National Hero. In fact, I'm aware that an application was made to the National Honors Committee, and we hope that they will do justice to the King and elevate him to the status of National Hero. Now,
yes, okay, we would like for Calypso lovers, I would think that Calypso lovers around the world and those who followed his contribution will be thrilled and pleased and acknowledge that he's duly deserving of that accolade. We're going to pause at this time for a quick word from our sponsors and then come back and delve more into this topic.
Found the sound 99.9 FM.
It's TDC for me, TDC for we. pressing onward to our destiny. One love, one family. Together we succeed. Let the whole world see. Yes, this is 50.
Rams the good food people, always there to serve you. Rams the good food people, locations right near you. Rams the good food people, in-store specials for you. Rams the good food people. Rams. When you need better service, Rams is always here. Better value, better prices. Rams is always here. Rewarding your loyalty. Rams is always here. We are community. We are family. We are family. Rams for you and me. We are community. Rams for you and me. Are you ready for the summer? Need a plan like no other. Stay connected when you're on the go.
Sign up for internet and get 1 month free, plus a chance to pay $0 for the rest of the year. Plus, get a chance to win free data, gas vouchers, $500 cash weekly, grocery vouchers, Fed tickets, and more.
Switch over to Flow.
And we're back, and for the first quarter of the show, we were basking in the glory of Sir McLean Emmanuel's ascension to be getting an honorable doctorate from UWI. Sorry, I got a little thing in my throat. I don't know what it did. But that's a different story. Back, good morning. How are you? Other notables, though, and this is a discussion I would like to have. Other notables that will be receiving their doctorates would be soca artist Alison Hines is set to be honored by the Cave Hill campus. Trinidad and Tobago born R&B singer and actress Heather Headley by the St. Augustine campus, and Jamaica reggae legend Beres Hammond by the Mona campus. The other honorees are Ian Hickland, Tricia Tanis at Cave Hill, Baroness Florella Benjamin, Lyman Scott at St. Augustine, Professor Dale Abel, Lascelle Chin, posthumously, Rachel Manley, and Ambassador Audrey Marks at Mona, and Dr. Patrick Anthony and Dame Janet Gwyneth Bustwick at the Global Campus. This is a very important development as it seeks to recognize our cultural aficionados, those who we hail, and help to celebrate and spread the culture across the globe. It's good at, at this stage of their lives, because we know Alison has been wailing out there for some time. We know Beres, he has been here performing in the Federation. He's an icon that's globally celebrated, and to get that honor is a major thing. Is there anybody who wants to call in? And because I'm going to get the lines open right now and weigh in on this topic, or recommend or speak to anybody in the Federation that you think should be given that level of recognition. Because we have notables here who have contributed not only locally, regionally, internationally, but as they say, a king has an honor in his own country. I want to reach out to King Progress in Antigua, who has been most instrumental in spearheading the drive in taking this case to the Honors Committee in Antigua. The other person, definitely, who made the contribution from behind the scenes, I can name one person, but they prefer to remain, incognito to some extent, but it's important when persons recognize you. And while we're debating, well, somebody should do something about it. And somebody should do something about it. Somebody actually step up. Someone actually steps up and put their money where their mouth is, so to speak. So to King Progress, I am very, very happy that we would have had the conversation. And so let's go now to the phone lines and see what we get from the public at large. Good morning, caller. You're live on Voices.
Independent, my friend King Socrates.
Definitely. Same to you,
And
sir.
we want to wish King Progress all the best in his endeavors. And to agitate for good things to happen to poor people when they contribute. When I listening what McLean and Manuel achieve, and to see in St. Kitts, our politician can't say enough is enough and honor great man who contribute to this lovely island. I mean, when you look at Elimat, nobody want to contribute to Elimat. Elimat should recognize, El Camino Village should recognize even Eddie. Not because Victor make the team, West Indies team, he shouldn't make it. And the whole Caribbean know that. Because his Caribbean politics, Caribbean cricket politics is what make them kind of things. And in Sinkets, a warning that the boy, do something for your legacy. Do something for your legacy. Start somewhere, Laughing Joe. Start somewhere, and the way to start, with El Camino, we let you know. Honor the guy, who was calling that? It look like when I get in these offices, I told Momo, do the right thing. I swear, King shot at 80, making 80 years. At least, he ain't in the time no more. Because he done so far over the hill. So he must feel
Not
good.
too far.
Do the right thing. It's a sacro.
He's not too so far over the hill, 80 is a number. It depends on how you are physically.
Exactly. It's a number issue. But let me show you something, Don't feel bad, because man like you should recognize as well. But we have to start somewhere. Politicians want to burn here. We have too much of people in society contribute to this great island. And I'm not going to call out because I am not afraid to tell you what me say. And I like Rastafari attitude because, you only get that from Rastafari. Only Rastafari will come to the table. And
I hear you.
that's what we have to say. Dr. Jockey, you do the right thing for your legacy. Have a good day, Sako.
Thank you very much. You're opening back on this topic. We have any call on the line? Okay, I want to thank you very much for that, Mr. Manuels, because you've been a steady advocate for the honoring of the local notables. And as you mentioned, it's not all politicians, but I have an issue with the statement of one politician who declared that Dr. Simmons needed to wait to be honored. He should have waited before he got the honors that he got. Our first and now only living national hero, that politician, decided that Dr. Simmons should have waited. Let's go back to the phone lines and get this person's contribution. Good morning, caller. You're live on Voices. Maybe I was talking too much. Okay, caller, you're up next. You're live on Voices.
Good morning,
Good morning,
Socrates.
Sister Henry. Blessed to hear your voice again.
Oh, man, I hear giving God thanks.
As usual, the first.
Since Monday, the phone wasn't working,
I was absent on Monday. I think Jamster was in the share.
Yeah, frustrated poor Jamster. It's not easy just talking.
I know. I've been there.
We all of us listen. We have got to send an appeal to Flora Skellick, when they knock out the radio stations, telecommunication system. They are the ones who should put it back.
Well, for you, so.
Because they have sponsors, and the sponsors are sure they're looking for some connection to what they're paying for what they get.
That is correct.
No, well, good morning to all the listeners at home and abroad. Well, let me start first by saying belated birthday greetings. Yesterday was the birthday of my dearly departed husband, that's one, and two of my beautiful granddaughters by my son, Melicia and Tony Kelly Henry. Yesterday was also their birthday along with their grandfather. And today is the birthday of Nicole Estridge, my husband's daughter.
Okay.
Now, you say this thing about, because our hero list is so ridiculous. Here you have the two persons who took the country into independence being made a national hero last.
Dr. Simmons
As
and
if there's no
Dr.
connection
Daniel?
between...
Dr. Simmons and Dr. Daniel?
Yeah, I mean, it just don't make no sense. We're celebrating. I listened last night, and I recall at one, was Dr. Simmons there?
Last evening, I don't know.
Because the MC or the chairperson said he was there and his wife and so. But there were occasions when people went up, even the Prime Minister, Dr. Harris, I said, was there. And they just keep harping on their people. I said, Lord, when will we learn? Anyway, I think Star Shield, you know,
Yes.
he has done well. But maybe part of the fault is ours too. Whose responsibility is it to recommend these people?
It can
Have
be,
you ever thought about it?
It can be anyone who want to oppose the honors committee on their behalf.
I mean, for the UWI doctorate, you know.
I know King Progress in Antigua was very instrumental in spearheading the debate and the drive for the recognition of Sir McLean.
You know, well, in Nevis, there's a strong thing for El Comido Willet.
Where'd you say?
And in Nevis,
Where you say again?
be national hero.
Nevis?
Yes, they're waiting to hear what happened Saturday
Okay.
because they believe he deserved it, having been the first one from the OECS. And he did not just play one game, you know.
So there's
Because
a
they're saying-
distinction for that.
Yes, and then there is Kim Collins. Now, how do we expect to motivate the young people when you have somebody he was Commonwealth winner, world champion, the same track, 100 meter, and just like that? So we hang around and we listen to all of the things nowadays. The other day you had Jason Rogers, the fellow Lawrence. There were four of them. You're not encouraging.
I know
If
Jason's
they want to
story.
do that, hello?
I know Jason Rogers' story, not too encouraging at all.
Well, he and the others too. Also when they relay. The young ladies, what about them? You know, that we are going to, one working in the prison as a tutor or something. But we just ignore people. You know, we don't love our people, that's the problem. If you're not from my party, then you don't exist. 40 years of this foolishness. 40 years, you're going to hear the list on Monday of those who are going to get the Medal of Honor and the Companion Star Merit.
Okay.
But some of the fault, I put some of the fault on our people. We do not recommend people. If you think strongly, just like Progress, if you feel strongly that this thing should be done, someone of us should be organizing it. You could do it too, you know. Because one of these days, you deserve it. And we have the university center that down there since 1950-something. It didn't just start the other day. We could make our representation through the university center.
Okay.
People who taught there for years, lectured there for years, without any recognition. All right, then.
Okay, thank you for that contribution. You're probably listening off here by now. I had a brief conversation with the Honorable Dwayne Astafan. We crossed paths about maybe an hour ago. The circus. And he raised the very same topic. What's happening with the entertainment community? Why they like an honor thing? And I had to tell him it does not exist. And I'll get back to that after we take this call. Call 11 Voices.
Greetings and love to you, my brother.
With respect. How about that, sir?
Internal strength and honor. You know me don't go in the same guns of how you all emphasize you all aspect of the 40 here, but we respect the level of our people's strive.
It's called
Because the
Voices.
struggles continue. The struggles continue. So, blessed morning to all. Attend the voice of our Honorable King, Brother Socrates, and honor to your where you're going forward with this discussion that the Lord the Almighty could give you the will and the wit to carry honor and humility to our nation development.
Thank you very much.
Now, we'd like to give this rounds of instrument to these people who call themselves the people consider as the recommendation towards honoring, as they call it, national heroes.
It's an honor committee.
And this, you see, we have looked at it that these people play by the political concept that they've developed by because they are selected by these people who are part of the administrative body. So we like to say, if these are the aspects you all are looking to formulate, it's not going to work. We'll be hurting the nation instead of building the nation. And it's right in front of your eyes today again.
Quite so.
So we have to stop these ignorant and petty, foolish act, what we call it, to say we have an honorary status code to respect all people leverage of the contribution to nation development. If we are serious, let us put away those garbage and bring things that can emulate and bring our people to the real standard is education about the history of who we are as a people and a nation going forward for the next generation. So we are calling on this administration like I party politics. You see me not say politics, I say politics. Because that chick I come and pollute upon the nation again. And me now come here to quote nothing of no favoritism. We need to see things going forward for the nation to have a better stand in how we are developing.
I have a question to ask before you leave, okay? So, before you go.
I will, yes.
I'll have a question for
I
you.
will hold for your question. I would just like to say by this here, time to let us build and not break down. Because if we continue breaking down, we'll be destroyed within our own mess. So you can ask a question now, give thanks.
Okay. What can you tell us about the, if there's any progress based on the promise that was made by the Honorable Congress Maynard about building a monument and the building up at the site of the Buckley's riot, so to speak? Have you seen any development?
Here at the level. Right now, the committee have formulated. We have met a month ago, not. But the recent meeting was supposed to be followed up last of this week, but it had been cancelled. So I don't think that prayer, because of the celebration of the moment for independence, we should be able to just be lackadaisical at the moment of hand, because we have to be more concentrating in what we're moving forward to pursue at this vision they're setting out for 2025, as he stated. But we deny being it Yakusia, they still have bitter pursue in that aspect of his statement, because it's over years now we say that our people should have something recognized within the bucket uprising. And we give them 5 pillars, and we stick with that 5 pillars that we outline. So to say what you ask, we're still seeing that they are lackadaisical.
The discussions, there are ongoing discussions.
There's ongoing discussion. Is to formulate, the committee is done formulated, is now to pursue in doing its work that is needed to be done. But what I would like to say, I don't see some of these elements that people who are on the committee, they should be die-hearted in this aspect of the bucket uprising, and not just come because they were selected from wherever the ministerial or wherever the aspect, they have the consistency representative pursuit from that area. Because
So,
we ain't looking for that alone.
If
We
I'm
want
hearing you
our
right,
people to be realized. Yes.
if I'm hearing you right, the date for the delivery of that building, as was promised by the Honorable Maynard, is not next year but 2025?
2025 in his statement when he gave to the committee and the first meeting was made. So we have our declaration we'd like to see for 2024, but three of the late, you may say, late responsible of how the committee formulated. It should have done formulate only the state.
Because I was there when he promised it for 2024.
So we just have watched the vibration.
Okay.
So we got to say, we're going to work with the moment because we're not here to hustle nothing, but we want to see things work for the betterment of our future generation. So they should be informed about the aspect of why the buckle of it was entailed to have changes in St. Kitts and Nevis and in the other part
Across
of
the
the
region.
Caribbean island. Give
Okay.
time.
Thank you
Give
very
time.
much for that contribution.
All right.
And I think we're due for another station break as we give credit to our sponsors.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is Win FM.
Feel the magic happening.
Campari.
Taste. Something incredible happens when Campari is mixed just right. Like Campari and orange juice poured over ice. Taste it. Try it tonight. Bitter, sweeter, better. Campari. Must be 18 years and older. Drink responsibly.
Are you ready for the summer? Need a plan like no other. Stay connected when you're on the go.
Sign up for internet and get 1 month free, plus a chance to pay $0 for the rest of the year. Plus, get a chance to win free data, gas vouchers, $500 cash weekly, grocery vouchers, Fed tickets, and more.
Switch over to Flow.
If you need protection, you need one who you can trust. To secure your investment, you need one who'll do you just. TDC Insurance, you're the one that you can trust. TDC Insurance, you're always safe with us.
TDC Insurance is your go-to insurance company for all your insurance needs. We take pride in offering you the best solutions and ensuring our customers are fully satisfied. TDC Insurance, we take good care of you, guaranteeing you peace of mind.
You're always safe with us.
At 11:39, we're back with the studios of WIN FM 98.9, and we are locked and loading for another episode of Voices. My name is Socrates. I'm in the hot chair today. My guest didn't show, but guess what? We're having some, very nice debate on what's going on in town, and we have jumps out the keyboard. So we're here to take us straight to the phone lines and take this call. Caller, you're live on Voices.
Good morning, Sacro.
With respect, good morning, sir.
I have a few names I would like to nominate for become national hero.
Certainly, go right ahead.
El Camino Tonito Willett,
Yes.
and then you have a hero. He was given a holiday and it was taken back. I'm referring to Tim Collins. And the third one, William Ferdinand Doe. He served this country in so many different capacities. Right now we're in a kind of dilemma with food. If you could go back to the days of NACO, that man stood out.
We talking about William Doe?
Yeah, William Ferdinand Doe.
Mm-hmm.
He was a teacher also,
Educator, of course, yes.
educator in different aspects, like scouts and all these things. And what I'm going to say to you, I don't think it's right. I believe it's very disrespectful. Jam down referring to the Prime Minister, the joke. I don't think he should be on the radio, on the street, yes. On the airways, I don't think you should allow that deal. You understand what I'm speaking of? Have a little respect for the leader of the country.
I hear you. I hear you. Is that your gone?
You wanted to ask me something?
Yes. Isn't the August 25th Kim Collins Day?
It was given as a holiday.
Yes.
And then was taken back.
Was taken back. I'm on the way of that. Yes. I thought he was recognized.
Yeah, when he won the race, World Championship, it was given as a holiday. To me, it was the same power that would be. Who give it? Who take it back?
Okay.
And for what people don't know. You know, some people like 1 step forward and 20 backward. I with my respect.
I appreciate your contribution, sir. And we will have various discussion. It's also, I take the point that he made about the reference that Jam Down would have made to the PM as calling him a joker. But I understand the passion, right? So I would admonish the caller next time to don't use that adjective, but, you know. So I take that on board. I appreciate that. We go back to the phone lines. Caller, you're live on Voices. But the caller, are you there?
Greetings, King Son.
Respect. Good morning. How are you?
And well, want you all well.
Here come the blessings. Let's hear what you have to say.
Okay, first thing we want to do is we want to follow up with that sound, the two sounds a while ago concerning the disrespectful sound by Jam Down concerning the President Honorable PM. Yeah. Please refrain from doing those things, just like we used to call on another person to refrain from disrespecting the then Prime Minister, Mr. Harris, you know.
Fair enough.
We got songs from the mouth, you know. We don't need to go there. Yeah, let's keep to the issues. And concerning the taking back of Kim Collins' holiday, I mean, we really need to make sure that that is in place. Is worthy of it.
It is accurate.
Yeah. Okay. The Prime Minister's lecture series. We missed this one. We heard it was up there. We give thanks for the choice made, and we are going to take it in. And we encourage others to take it in. You know, we are in a technology age. And once it is used for good purposes, we are good to go, you know? What other thing you have on the table? What reason you have on the table there?
We were highlighting the fact that in Antigua they have, I would say recognized, they have made representation that King Shortshit received an honorable doctorate from the University of the West Indies for his contribution to development, and is very, very popular. I know of one person who actually spearheaded the drive for that King Progress, a fellow Calypsonian. I was there a few months ago. We sat and spoke to me about it. And he challenged me to come to St. Kitts and spearhead a discussion on the same thing for Elimat. I did so, and there were callers who thought that this is something that the government should do. You know, I know there's honor committee that take recommendations to whomever who will decide on who should be given certain honors, you know. So I did that. We had quite a spirited debate on it, but we're talking about that now. We also read that Alison Hines of Barbados is to get a similar honor. Beres Hammond, other notables across the region, which is very good. These are cultural ambassadors with messages that uplift, that actually chronicle our development, pre- and post-colonial, and give our people messages and inspiration to better ourselves.
Yes.
And so that has to be recognized and appreciated. So for those names that were mentioned that are due to receive honors, I'm very happy for them. So the debate was, why isn't there anyone on St. Kitts, Nevis, who's getting that? It was pointed out that El Camilo Willett on Nevis, they're pushing an agenda to get him honored at that level as a national hero.
Indeed.
What do you have to say on that?
Yeah, we endorse all of that, you know. I think it's Nevis concerning Willett, the Federation, and all the other names that it's called, you know, worthy, yeah. Elimat should be here with us, you know. But, you know,
Sister Henry mentioned Star Shield. Sister Henry also mentioned Star Shield, the name of Star Shield.
Yes, of course.
His contribution.
I mean, every time I listen to Good Shepherd, you know.
Lessons for life.
You see that song there? Man. You know, I shared that song with during the time we spent in Jamaica, we used to be thirsty for the calypso. You hardly get calypso in Jamaica, but we used to reach out and send for it, and that was one of the songs that they shared with us. And when we shared that song with some of Jamaicans artists, yeah. I remember Tony Webb saying, "Wow, these words are potent, teach you."
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we know concerning the ones them in our midst who keep the fire burning, in positive ways, and we really are too, the system set up in a way where it look like when your voice is echoing, is out there for good, for upping up, for positive things. There is this lackadaisical system. And we always say, no system is in a vacuum, It's people got systems in place. So, it's never too late. It's never too much to echo how important it is to have the right faces in the right places.
Okay.
So that things can be as it ought to be.
Okay.
Give thanks to the time. We heard the sound. We heard what's I with the sound there. I'm saying we are saying that what is to be will be, and our ancestors who are the same way because we are inseparable. They did what they did. Not they just did it naturally. Yeah?
Okay.
Because it was the right thing to do. So if we are here now and we are the same people, I think that things should flow naturally. There shouldn't be any teeth pulling,
Gotcha.
And if it reaches to that, it means that, yeah. Blessed love.
Blessed love. Okay? Let's pray that. Let me read a bit more if I can, if there are no callers, right? About King Shortshirt. It says the veteran retired from competitive calypso since 1994 after more than 30 years, a 30-year career, but continues to write and sing, acknowledging the difficulty in leaving the art form altogether. He received a knighthood from his government in 2014 for his contribution to the promotion of calypso, and calls have repeatedly been made, including him, aforementioned PM Brown, for the status of to be elevated to a national hero. If those desires are to be fulfilled in his lifetime, King Shortshirt would join Sir Vivian Richards as Antigua and Barbuda's only living national hero, while he would become the first entertainer to receive the country's highest honor. Some people feel you're supposed to get your flowers after you're dead. Let's go to caller your live on voices. Let's hear what you have to say.
Good morning, King.
Good morning. Welcome to the program.
I'm not so excited about going into another celebration of independence. I could tell you this because I know that the country is independent, but I'm looking for the people to be more independent, more self-sustenance, more depending on each other in the country rather than depending on others. That the people of this country, original, the ancestors who were brought here from Africa, I'm looking to see ownership. I remember a long time ago that in Dr. Simmons' administration, one of the things that he was saying that we should own a piece of the rock. And that was a good slogan. And I feel excited to hear other ministers of government comes after and say we should own a piece of Iraq. But we should own businesses. We should own employment and be creative. We are not doing as good as we think we are. We are very dependent on others rather than ourselves. Where the businesses downtown for us? Why is it that we're buying from everyone and no one is buying from us?
Look at what's happening on 4th Street. It's changing.
We're buying from the Indians.
There's
They
a
don't buy
different
from
emerging
us.
class.
We buy from the Chinese. They don't buy from us.
They're the emerging
What
class.
is wrong with my people? What is wrong with us?
May I ask a question quickly? And here's a call. Do you recall the Small Business Association?
I recall that very well.
When it was very vibrant, when it was raised?
Yes.
Do you know when it went
I
under?
remember people like Missile had 3 stores and
In the circus?
and
Alone?
so on in those areas.
What happened to them?
And for some reason or another, it's not going the direction that I think it should be going. And what is wrong? Why is it that we are looking to government for government to carry us? And even if you look at the taxi operators, they have a problem. They talk about the tourist board. What do you think the tourist board going to do to you? They will put pamper on your behind and put a pacifier in your mouth and keep you quiet.
I see.
Because that is what they do. They are employed and gainfully employed, having a salary every month, and you have to create one to make a salary for yourself.
Now you're talking, because I was going to say is what...
Is it true? You might have the fact much better than I am.
Go ahead.
Well, we are on this subject. I understood that the tourism department have come to the conclusion that going forward, that no taxi operator will be allowed to receive duty-free concession and a vehicle of which he operates as a taxi above 4 years old.
I have a copy of the document, yes. I would have read it on air.
Well, they're really crazy or something wrong with them. You want to tell me that they sit down and plan for taxi operators to go and take out a mortgage for a brand new vehicle when the tourism season only have 5 months in a year? How in the world he will be able to pay that mortgage? And you have to pay it every month.
Mm-hmm.
When you borrow a loan from anywhere, and they should know, when you borrow a loan, you have to meet that payment every month. These taxi operators have not made any money. Zero.
Weeks?
Zap.
Weeks, because you only meet your operational costs?
Once they have, I'm talking about taxi operators.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, when you bring in a car here from Japan, wherever you are from,
buying it twice,
you have to pay $5,000 environmental levy.
Mm-hmm.
That was placed here by Dr. Douglas,
I recall.
And not only that, to compound it, they charge you 17% under 50 and under 5,000. 17% under 5,000.
Tax on the tax. Tax on the tax.
Tax on the tax. And do you know that nobody, no government, go forward to move it or fix it? What's the matter with these people? When they sit and they rally, King, every house in this country having mold, every one of them.
Mold?
But you know what we do? I take a drive. I went down to Deadbed the other day. And there's a beautiful building down here. And I said, that's a nice building. They say, man, the government built that as a complex for the police station and other recreation things that they would have in the building. Empty.
Mold.
Beautiful, beautiful building in Kayan. Community center. Empty.
Mold.
What's the problem? Mold. The police headquarters, the police, what do you call it? The high court. Abandoned. Mold.
Mold.
Every building in this country. How come people are not moving out of their own house, and go rent a house and say the house having mold? Why government have to pay other people's mortgage? Why they have to pay other people's mortgage and then want to oppress people who try to make a standard of a living for themselves in this country? What is happening to us? People like Lucky, duty free concession, store, Port Zante. They could move goods from one place to another. Everything we buy in St. we have to pay duty, taxes and everything. Local we are. But we carry the brunt of the burden in this country. Because as far as they're concerned, once you raise your head, they must be able to push it back down. Why?
We're the working class.
Tell me why? What is the problem with our people? It is time we look to each other for support. And support each other rather than supporting somebody else. Everything foreign is good. And foreign giving us all kind of junk.
Look at 4th Street. 4th Street is changing. There's an emerging class.
King, I don't like to get off on these subjects, because to me, they're right before our very eyes. And we choose to look the other way. And it's closing in. We are like a frog in the warm water. We are boiling in, and when the water gets hot, we wouldn't be able to get out. When we look around, we will notice that we are all gone. Gone. And Astapal made and his commentary the other day, he said that when we were going for independence, there was a clause, which is called the Bryan Clause in the Constitution. But you know what? They did not go far enough. The politicians went as far to protect themselves to hold the office. But they did not protect the people. They did not protect the people. There's no protection for the people. Anybody can come and do anything in this country and get away with it. But the local will be oppressed and pushed and crushed down and put to the feet. Learn your manners. Show your respect.
Ranger, we have got to go now, and I thank you for your contribution.
I think I have said enough.
Definitely, and it's a great point to segue into the midday newscast. Thank to all the callers and viewers for the first half of the show. It's that time of the day when we pause for the Win FM's midday newscast.
You found the sound. 98.9. Win FM.
We now bring you the headline news. The headline news is brought to you by Caribbean Alliance, KDP Enterprises, The Grange, and Carib Brewery.
Shipping your cargo shouldn't be a hassle. It can be as easy as a single call to Amerijet International, your worldwide cargo transportation solution. We provide all the services you need to ship your goods anywhere in the world, whether your shipment is fresh, frozen, large or small, alive or hazardous. You can count on Amerijet to deliver it safe and sound. Amerijet International, by land, sea or air, we get it there. For more information, visit us online at www.amerijet.com or call us at KDP Enterprises at 466-9595.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib. It's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
When it comes to the important things in life, your health, your education, your choice of a life partner, and of course your insurance provider, only the best will do. Caribbean Alliance Insurance is the only insurance company in the Eastern Caribbean with an A excellent rating. We have a robust 3-tier reinsurance strategy that protects our policyholders from multiple catastrophes, even if they occur in quick succession. We spread our risks over 18 territories, ensuring minimal impact to individual territories when a disaster strikes. We provide an excellent claims experience. Claim settlement is usually between 24 to 48 hours. Our A excellent rating means that you are more secure with us. Contact us for motor, property, marine, public liability, employer's liability, and other policies. Delisle Walwyn, people you can trust. Local agent for Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Tomorrow secured. Did you know that the Grange Healthcare Facility is the first purpose-built, non-governmental healthcare organization on St. Kitts? It's situated at Otley's, 7 miles east of Basseterre in beautifully landscaped surroundings. The Grange has a team of highly trained professionals and provides care that's rated as being comparable with UK and North American standards. The Grange offers varied accommodations to suit your individual needs, and our all-inclusive packages make the cost of care per hour the most competitive on the island. Services include convalescent care for all ages, daycare facilities for older adults, rehabilitation services, and training and continuing education for healthcare providers. For more information, call 466-5525 or 465-8020. Fax 466-8221 or email thegrangehealth@gmail.com or visit our website at www.grangehealthcarefacility.com.
With the Win FM headline news, I am Yulana Weeks. Locally, Prime Minister Drew visits Climate Smart Hospital in Canada. The Embassy of OECS to the Kingdom of Morocco affirms that all OECS nationals are safe and accounted for after the earthquake. The details and more straight ahead. Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis and Minister of Health, Dr. Terence Drew, visited the University of Health Network, our state-of-the-art Climate Smart Hospital in Canada on Tuesday, September 12, 2023. In a social media post, Dr. Drew told the public that the visit underscores his commitment to securing opportunities for sustainable economic growth and innovation for the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. He added, quote, University of Health Network, renowned for its exceptional healthcare facilities and extensive research capabilities, boasts the largest hospital-based research program in Canada. The institution is at the forefront of groundbreaking research in fields such as cardiology, transplantation, neurosciences, oncology, surgical innovation, infectious diseases, genomic medicine, and rehabilitation medicine, end quote. Prime Minister Drew's visit was timely as the government embarks on one of the country's most significant capital projects, a climate smart hospital. Drew has repeatedly mentioned that a climate-smart hospital is needed to combat the effects of climate change. He explained that the new hospital will serve as a major step to transform healthcare services in St. Kitts and Nevis and will also help to build out a medical tourism sector in the country.
I want this hospital to serve not only St. Kitts, but to serve the neighboring islands. For example, St. Eustatius approached St. Kitts and asked how can we help in serving them when it comes to healthcare. We can serve the surrounding islands, but what that hospital will bring, it would attract a new set of people to St. Kitts and Nevis. There are people who don't come to St. Kitts and Nevis because we don't have a health facility that they consider to be of a certain standard. And therefore it means we'll make changes at the human resource level, training level, and so these significant changes need to take place. And I'm asking for those in the health sector to really come on board with the necessary changes that we need, because getting a hospital that is accredited means that even those persons would have access to quality health care.
The construction of the new hospital will be a cooperation between the government of St. Kitts and Nevis and its 40-year partner, the Republic of China, Taiwan. Taiwan will be providing financial and technical assistance to the project. The identified land for the Climate Smart Hospital is located opposite the University of Medicine and Health Sciences along the Island Main Road, Boyds. Resident Ambassador for the Organization of the Eastern Caribbean States to the Kingdom of Morocco, Mr. Ian Quealy, said all 70 individuals, including 4 students from St. Kitts and Nevis, are safe and accounted for in the aftermath of a deadly earthquake in Morocco. Whilst a guest on Island Tea on Tuesday morning, September 12, 2023, Quealy said despite being located quite a distance from the epicenter of the earthquake, the effects were felt in northern Morocco.
As it stands now, all students are being marked as being safe and accounted for. That information was relayed to the ECS embassies on Saturday by members of the students' organization. It's called the Organization of the OECS Students Association in Morocco. So we reached out to them to get some input from them as to the safety and well-being of the students, and we were informed that all is well.
Creeley added that none of his staff members or the students reported any damages, and neither have there been any reports of disruptions to classes for the students.
Okay, so if all of our students are located in the north of the country. So our students are spread out in Rabat, Kenitra, and Tangier, which is in the north. The earthquake, the epicenter of the earthquake was just to the south of Marrakesh, about 45 kilometers south of Marrakesh, which is about 200 miles from Rabat. However, albeit we are that far, it was felt very heavily in this area. So I can only imagine the closer areas, what went on there.
The earthquake, measuring 6.8 magnitude on the Richter scale, killed hundreds of people and left many others homeless when it struck the country about 11:10 p.m. on Friday night, Western European time, or 6:10 p.m. Eastern Caribbean time. Creeley said Morocco has been a good friend of St. Kitts and Nevis and the OECS at large. He requested that the OECS community pray for the Moroccans and stand in solidarity with them. Meanwhile, Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis and Chairman of the OECS Authority, Dr. Terence Drew, sent a letter to the head of Morocco. It reads, quote, "On behalf of the OECS Authority, please allow me to express our profound regret on this sad occurrence, and please accept our heartfelt condolences on the tragic loss of life. And to those who are injured, our wishes for a very speedy recovery." At this time of great difficulty, the OECS Authority assures the government and people of the Kingdom of Morocco, and in particular the families of the victims, of its solidarity and prayerful consideration.
St. Kitts Nevis crafters and entrepreneurs have a very unique opportunity to benefit from an event carded for St. Martin in December this year. The event, known as Deal Mania Christmas Event, organized by INM TV Plus and INM TV Media in St. Martin, will be held at the Amelia Wilson Park. One of the organizers, Amira Groeneveld, explained the concept of the event.
So for far too long on St. Martin, we have had so many events where we would say, hey, calling vendors, calling crafters to showcase your items, your products at an event. We thought, wouldn't it be interesting if we have to include not just St. Martin, but the other neighboring islands as well? Because so many people love coming to St. Martin, and we know that the Caribbean has so much talent in handmade items, crafts, everything. So we said, why not make a Caribbean unity movement and have it open up to the entire Caribbean, whoever wants to be a vendor, and come to St. Martin.
She explains that Deals Mania will help crafters open new markets while giving them an opportunity to grow their business.
So what we want to do with our vendors and tell them that we're giving them an opportunity to not just make money, but also to understand the value of an event such like this. Example, visitors coming will be armed with $10 vouchers, for example. We're telling them, spend this any booth you would like, the first 100 people. Secondly, we're letting them know, hey, we understand that not everyone might be able to reach to your booth, but how will you be remembered? So we're creating something called the Deals Map. And on this particular map, we'll have all of our vendors there. And this map will be given out to every person attending.
Ms. Groeneveld said only 35 vendors will register for the event, and so far some 15 spaces have already gone.
Based on the registrations that we receive and how they express why they should be selected, we will then say, yes, you are selected, or no, you're not selected. So we're not just taking anyone. We want to have a variety. We want to have different islands participating. We want to have different experiences there, so that the people, when they're coming, they can see, oh, that booth have this booth have that booth have this, in that case. So it is literally submission, and the team will decide if it's a yes or no, but it's maximum 35 vendors.
Persons needing more information or to register can contact WhatsApp 1-721-556-1667.
Regionally,
the Grenada police on Tuesday did not say if at this stage they are working on any clear leads in the daring daylight shooting of Vincentian Dexter Chance amidst a growing sense of dread in some parts of the usually peaceful local communities. Growing unease about the likelihood of reprisal killings for the assumed murder of a man who for years has been linked to the drug underworld, though he has successfully beat every attempt at convictions in both Grenada and the British Virgin Islands. Chance, who escaped jail on Monday, could not cheat death. On Tuesday, the new head of Grenada's Criminal Investigation Department, Issa Pear, emphasized that the investigations are in early stages.
Young investigation, cholesterol, young investigations, and the officers are on the ground doing what they can. So I would hesitate really to venture into what are the sort of approaches we are having with this case and any other really.
Grenada has had one of the lowest crime rates in the world until now. There have been 17 homicides so far this year. There is an increasing feeling in St. George's that some of the latest shootings have a cross-border feel. A man was shot in Guave on the western coast by an assailant who came in from neighboring St. Vincent. A recent Carnival Monday killing is believed to be a hit ordered from Trinidad. Two suspected assailants coming in undetected via boat through the coastal village of Woburn. It is the same village where Chance was shot Monday. Pear is not ruling out the likelihood of a cross-border scrimmage in the Chance investigation.
Well, we will never overlook any possibility. So as the information comes through and as our investigations spins off, then we'll make a determination as to what happened there. But we would not, as I say, put our heads in the sand and deny the possibilities.
At a press conference Tuesday, the police in St. George's acknowledged that 2023 has seen what they described as one with unprecedented gun crimes and rising murder rate. Dexter Chance of Layou St. Vincent was cleared in July 2022 of charges in connection with a $1 million drug bust in Grenada. Chance was arrested in August 2019 in connection with the seizure of 40 kilos of cocaine at Dr. Groom's, Point Salines, Grenada, along with 2 Jamaicans and a Grenadian. Immediately after the arrest, Chance was denied bail as the prosecution told the court that they believed that his arrest had helped in cracking open a major drug ring in the Caribbean. However, in January 2020, he was granted bail, the conditions of which included reporting to the police twice weekly, surrendering his travel documents, and obtaining permission from the court to leave Grenada. Chance remained in Grenada after being freed on the charges last July. In 2011, he was extradited from St. Vincent to Tortola to stand trial in connection with a 2008 drug bust. He was charged in connection with 61 kilos of cocaine that the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force found on board a chartered catamaran. The cocaine had an estimated street value of $1 million. Chance was sentenced to 6 years as a result. However, 5 years later, a court of appeal quashed the convictions for drug importation on the grounds that the then prosecution erred in law in relying on a certificate of analysis not bearing the names of the defendants. On special assignment, I am Callistra Farrier for Primetime Caribbean.
Internationally,
an unprecedented catastrophe. Entire communities in the eastern city of Derna have been swept away by floods or reduced to rubble. People here are still coming to terms with the aftermath of Storm Daniel. It brought record rainfall and 2 dams holding huge amounts of water burst, sending a giant wave towards the city. Thousands of others remain unaccounted for. Bodies washed into the sea can be seen in the distance, but it's too dangerous to recover them for now.
Death toll is huge. It might reach 2,000 really, but we don't have a definite number right now.
The loss is being felt across the country. Here, in Martyr Square in the capital Tripoli, flags are flying at half-mast. The government has declared 3 days of national mourning. Many have gathered to pray for those who have died in eastern Libya. Ahmad Khalifa is from Derna. He received news yesterday his sister and her entire family were killed in the floods. He's come here to pray for their souls.
The officials are responsible for all the lives that were lost. Why? Because it was clear that the dams had a problem and needed renovation. There were warnings. Why didn't they fix it? They knew a storm was coming. May God punish all the officials from both sides for this disaster.
Aid from Western Libya and a few countries is beginning to arrive at airports in eastern Libya. Prime Minister Abdelhamid Dbeibeh says his government is committed to rebuilding homes that were destroyed.
Today we allocated a budget of more than $515 million to start rebuilding people's lives in the impacted areas. If these funds are not enough to rebuild Derna and the other cities, we will allocate more. Everyone is doing what they can to help.
Libya has two governments, but people here hope that through this tragedy, the country and its rival politicians can finally unite and put its people first. Malik Traina, Al Jazeera, Tripoli.
North Korean leader Kim Jong-un expressed his support for what he called Moscow's sacred fight against Western imperialism as he met Russian President Vladimir Putin on Wednesday. The pair exchanged a long handshake and warm greetings outside the Vostochny Cosmodrome, Russia's most modern space rocket facility located in the country's east. At the opening of their meeting, Kim spoke of his country's unwavering position to further develop its friendship and ties with Moscow.
Russia is now in the sacred fight against hegemonic forces to protect its sovereignty and security interests. We have constantly expressed our full and unconditional support for all the decisions taken by the President and Russian leadership. And I want to assure you that we will always be together with Russia in the fight against imperialism.
Putin showed Kim around the Cosmodrome, including the building where Russia's latest space booster is assembled. Earlier, when asked by reporters if Russia would help Kim build satellites, Putin said, quote, "That's why we came here." North Korea failed twice to launch reconnaissance satellites in the past 4 months, but the US has warned that an arms trade could be on the table. Kim's delegation includes top defense industry and military officials, a sign analysts say suggests an agenda heavy on defense industry cooperation. Washington and allies are concerned that Pyongyang will supply weapons to Moscow to aid its invasion in Ukraine, though both countries have denied such intentions. Meanwhile, just an hour before the highly anticipated meeting, North Korea launched 2 short-range ballistic missiles, according to South Korean and Japanese authorities. Analysts say it was the first launch by the North while Kim was abroad, and it could imply that Pyongyang is adopting an increasing level of delegation and more refined control systems for its nuclear and missile programs.
That was the WINNFM Headline News. The headline news was brought to you by Caribbean Alliance, KDP Enterprises, The Grange, and Caribbean.
Did you know that the Grange Healthcare Facility is the first purpose-built, non-governmental healthcare organization on St. Kitts? It's situated at Otley's, 7 miles east of Basseterre in beautifully landscaped surroundings. The Grange has a team of highly trained professionals and provides care that's rated as being comparable with UK and North American standards. The Grange offers varied accommodations to suit your individual needs, and our all-inclusive packages make the cost of care per hour the most competitive on the island. Services include convalescent care for all ages, daycare facilities for older adults, rehabilitation services, and training and continuing education for healthcare providers. For more information, call 466-5525 or 465-8020. Fax 466-8221 or email thegrangehealth@gmail.com or visit our website at www.grangehealthcarefacility.com. When it comes to the important things in life, your health, your education, your choice of a life partner, and of course your insurance provider, Only the best will do. Caribbean Alliance Insurance is the only insurance company in the Eastern Caribbean with an A excellent rating. We have a robust 3-tier reinsurance strategy that protects our policyholders from multiple catastrophes, even if they occur in quick succession. We spread our risks over 18 territories, ensuring minimal impact to individual territories when a disaster strikes. We provide an excellent claims experience. Claim settlement is usually between 24 to 48 hours. Our A excellent rating means that you are more secure with us. Contact us for motor, property, marine, public liability, employer's liability, and other policies. Dalil Walwyn, people you can trust. Local agent for Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Tomorrow secured.
With over a century of perfection behind the Mackeson name, a smooth blend with perfect balance and richness. It's no wonder Mackeson Triple Stout has a legacy of perfection. Enjoyed the world over. Introducing our new look with the same great taste. Mackeson. All hail the king.
Please drink responsibly.
Shipping your cargo shouldn't be a hassle. It can be as easy as a single call to Amerijet International, your worldwide cargo transportation solution. We provide all the services you need to ship your goods anywhere in the world, whether your shipment is fresh, frozen, large or small, alive or hazardous. You can count on Amerijet to deliver it safe and sound. Amerijet International, by land, sea or air, we get it there. For more information, visit us online at www.amerijet.com or call us at KDP Enterprises at 466-9595.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
Hurricane season can be unpredictable, but your business doesn't have to be. In the face of adversity, you need a partner that goes above and beyond. Choose the path of resilience and certainty with CNW Business. Through disaster recovery as a strategy solution, CNW Business will safeguard your critical data, maintain seamless communication channels, and help you bounce back faster than ever before. Visit our website, cwcbusiness.com/myopenbusiness to learn more. Remember, a safe business is an open business.
.25, it's time for your weather. The synopsis for today says a relatively dry and stable EMS associated with the ridge of high pressure will continue to persist and restrict shower activity across the area during the next 24 hours. Weather today, mostly sunny skies, and tonight we're looking forward to fair to partly cloudy skies with a 20% or slight chance of a brief shower. Winds south to southeast at 7 to 19 clicks per hour or 5 to 12 miles per hour, becoming lighter and variable or even calm at times. Seas 1 to 1.5 meters or 3 to 5 feet. Sunset today will be at 6:15 p.m. and sunrise tomorrow will be at 5:59 a.m. Temperatures, we're looking at a high today of 93 degrees Fahrenheit and tonight's low 72 degrees Fahrenheit. That's your weather.
Hurricane season can be unpredictable, but your business doesn't have to be. In the face of adversity, you need a partner that goes above and beyond. Choose the path of resilience and certainty with CNW Business. Through disaster recovery as a strategy solution, CNW Business will safeguard your critical data, maintain seamless communication channels, and help you bounce back faster than ever before. Visit our website, cwcbusiness.com/myopenbusiness to learn more. Remember, a safe business is an open business.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
This is
a public service announcement.
Brace yourselves for the ultimate shopping extravaganza that you've been waiting for. Get ready to be blown away because double cashback coupon season has officially landed at Horsford's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store. Can you feel the excitement in the air? It's that magical time of year when Horsford's paves the way to your dreams by giving away millions in free groceries with every Flex Pay Higher purchase.
But wait, there's more to this phenomenal offer.
Hold on to your seats because this is your chance to win an entire year of free groceries through the exhilarating Double Cashback Season Double Cashback Promotion. Wait, did I mention it's Double Cashback Coupon Season at Horsford's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store? Don't delay. Come in today before it's too late and snatch up your Double Cashback coupons for absolutely free groceries. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
We got 12:28, and we are back with the second half of Voices. I want to thank our viewers and listeners who joined us this morning with your various comments and contribution. And second, well, we would have had some guests early this morning, and they didn't show, so we have, and they were very in time, our second set of guests today. We have in the person of Crystal Joseph, and Joseph, and she is the Public Relations Officer for the Independence Committee. And she is joined with Pastor Clive Saunders, Chair in charge of the National, and I'm kind of still upstairs. So we want to thank you guys for joining us. Welcome once again to the studio of WINNFM. As Mr. Saunders says, he's no stranger here. So now it goes. Welcome to the program. What's your claim to fame? What are we talking about today?
Thank you so much. A pleasant good afternoon to one and all. And I'm so happy to be back here once again just to highlight all the exciting activities of this year's Independence 40. And I'm sure you guys would have seen the flyers, you've heard the buzz, you've heard about the excitement, what is to come. And so I'm just here to highlight some of the upcoming activities, and we just want you to mark them on your calendar as you hear them one by one, because there's so much that is happening for our Independence 40 celebrations.
Okay, that's the opening salvo by Lady Crystal Joseph, Pastor Saunders, Mr. Saunders, one and the same.
Well, good afternoon. I'm happy to be here at WINNFM this afternoon. I'm here basically in the capacity representing the National Service of Gratitude and Gospel Concert that is coming up on Sunday. So I'm just here to update the general public on what is going on.
National Service of Gratitude and Gospel Concert. That's a mouthful, but go right ahead.
Yes, so that is going to be on the 17th. So I'm just here to let everybody know what's going on.
Okay, Lady Piero. Yes. So we're gonna have you guys make your presentation before we open the line, so it's all yours.
But of course, before I start highlighting what is to come, what I wish to talk about is what took place last night at the St. Kitts Marriott Ballroom, where we had the Prime Minister's lecture series that where we had our guest speaker, a sister of the island, a daughter of the soil, that was Psyche Southwell, and her speech was just magnificent. I was there and I'm happy I went.
Got goosebumps?
Oh, I'm telling you, I was just about to say that I got chills because she spoke eloquently. Not this, I'm telling you. The temperature was perfect in that room, but just hearing her words that were so inspiring and captivating, and she kept you intrigued from beginning to end. Even the school children who were there, they were lined up asking questions after questions. So it was a truly engaging experience. And for a woman like me, I walked away feeling very inspired because, you know, it's not about me, but in my pursuit to be an entrepreneur, and I'm sure many others who are in this industry, they could have walked away with words of wisdom from our very own Psyche Southwell. So we just want to say a special thank you to everyone who came out. And of course, kudos to the team who put this together. I know it couldn't come off as perfectly as it did last night, so we want to say a special thank you to everyone who played an integral role in last night's event. So we just wanted to really say thank you, thank you, thank you.
That's saying a mouthful. And for the folks who would have been there, great. Those who would have missed it, I'm sure they feel a bit envious.
Yes, but there's
Based
a
on your
recorded,
there's a recording?
There's a recorded live. It was live. So even if you missed it, don't worry. You can have that same experience as I did last night.
With the goosebumps?
With the goosebumps. I'm sure that will still happen, you know. But be sure to tune in on YouTube or the Facebook page.
Okay.
And you can get a piece of that.
Okay.
But what I really want to talk about, just some activities. As you've seen the lineup or the calendar of events for this year's celebrations for independence, it's something day after day after day. So we're trying to, everyone is going to be a part of the experience. And so every event is designed for everyone, every Kittitian and Division. We know that events are happening both in St. Kitts and Nevis as we're celebrating as one federation. So on the 16th, there's going to be the Freedom Concert in Nevis at the Cultural Village. And, you know, around Independence, we always look forward to that, where there'll be local and international artists, and this will be hosted by DJ Woodis. And this is free. That's why I'm thinking it's called Freedom Concert. But the admission is free. So we're going to be having that on the 16th in Nevis. So if you're looking for something to do, head on over to Nevis on the weekend. And you can also get to participate in what we have called Taste SKN, which is our culinary arts experience during the Independence from the 15th of this month until the 22nd, where we have some participating restaurants that will be featuring the...
Is that free too?
Oh, I mean, come on.
It's
not everything that's free. There's some things that are worth spending your money for.
Okay.
And as a food lover, I don't cut style when it comes to food.
I wonder if Chris Collins is listening.
So for all the foodies out there and persons who love going to different restaurants to have that culinary arts experience, we are incorporating, these restaurants are incorporating the national dish as well as local treats as a part of their menus for lunch and dinner, and that will be happening in both St. Kitts and Nevis. So while you're in Nevis for the Freedom Concert, be sure to visit some of the restaurants that will be participating in Taste SKN.
Okay.
So on the 17th, which is why Brother Saunders is here, we're going to be having the National Service of Gratitude and a gospel concert for independence. And I'm a believer that we should put God first in anything that we do. And so if we're celebrating 40 years, we know for sure the 40 years of achievement. We did not do it on our own, and God was beside us throughout every journey, throughout the entire journey. And so we want to really take an opportunity to give thanks to God for that. So I'll allow Brother Saunders to give us more details and let the persons know what they can expect, because I know this year is going to be different.
It's going to be different.
It's going to be different.
Yeah, just a second. Chris Collins says he's listening to the whole menu, you know. You know Chris Collins?
No, I don't. Hi, Chris.
He
Hi, Mr.
loves
Collins.
to eat. All right, so he might want to come down just for the food.
Just for the food, wow. Well, it's a whole heap of activities. So you have food, you have entertainment, you have patriotic day. There's so much to offer, Mr. Collins. So you can just, book a flight and come.
There you go. Brother Pastor Clive Saunders.
Yes, so as was mentioned before, the National Service of Gratitude and Gospel Concert is going to take place this coming Sunday. Now, it's totally different from what we are accustomed to over the years. We're accustomed to have a national independent service, and then you go to the service and you go home, but it's totally different. It's as mentioned, it's the National Service of Gratitude and Gospel Concert. So the service is going to take, the service is going to start from 4:00 in the afternoon, runs for maybe just an hour, a little after an hour. And then the gospel concert is going to kick right after that. All of this is going to take place at the Connery Playing Field, on Sunday at 4 p.m. And so we're inviting everybody to come on. It's a time for us to really come together and give God thanks and praise for His goodness towards us, right?
Okay.
In the actual service itself, we have different people who are going to be doing different things. Like, for example, there's a little spin on it. We have the Sugar Hill String Band from Nevis is going to be a part of the national service. The National Choir, of course. Shekinah Dance Ministry. Rivers of Living Water Christian Center Worship Team. Blessed Ogbam is going to be there. Pastor Renicia Huggins from the St. Paul's Wesleyan Holiness Church is the person chosen to bring the word, to give us that encouragement. And then right after, we kick right into our gospel concert. And the lineup is great, but I can only give you the local aspect of it for now. Hopefully, this evening, we'll be able to release who the overseas artists are. We have Vinel Powell from Nevis, of course. Vinel is a popular singer around here, really good. Blestina from St. Kitts, Paige from St. Kitts, and the Roots Gospel Band is the host band for the event, for the gospel concert.
Wow.
So it's going to be a real mix, some of the real top gospel artists right in St. Kitts and Nevis taking part in this particular concert. And as I said earlier, we have some overseas artists, which I cannot really give out yet.
At the moment,
But it's going to be good, and it's mixed. The older people are going to love one of the particular groups I'm seeing, and the younger people are going to love the person that we're bringing in, to represent. So
something for everybody?
Awesome. Something for everybody.
Yes.
So the place to be on Sunday is at the Cannery playing field from 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah. And some persons might ask, what's the hold up? What's the wait for? But sometimes, as they say, some things are worth waiting for. So good things are worth the wait.
This is on the 17th, right?
17th, Sunday coming. Yes, Sunday.
Yes. So I'm really excited because just hearing the lineup, I know it's a lot to expect.
Yes.
It's going to be praise upon praise, worship upon worship for 40 years of success. And so I really want to encourage the general public to just come on out as we just give God thanks for all of His works. Yes. So after that, on the 18th, right, that is Monday, that's the day before the holiday. So we will be having a patriotic day. And so what the patriotic day allows us to do is to come on out in our national colors. I know I don't have to motivate persons to do that
You're
much.
wearing yours already,
I'm
so
already wearing mine. I'm
Okay.
seeing that the town is decked with our national colors. Persons are already wearing their national pins, their little decorative ribbons. And so we don't really have to hype up our Kittitians and Nivisians to be patriotic, but that day specifically is designed for us to come on out and show our national pride and our patriotism, where we'll be having a fun-packed day starting from 10 to 2, where there'll be a national pride mobile going around the island.
Oh.
Yes, so look out for that national pride mobile. It'll be decked in, yellow, red, green, black,
colors
white,
of
all of the colors and
Yep.
the flags. And so we'll be going around looking for persons who are in their national wear to give them different prizes. But what I really want persons to know is that, once you're decked up in your patriotic colors, you stand a chance of winning a prize. And then from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m., you sound like you have something to say.
Yeah, because if everyone is decked out in their national colors, how do you determine who qualifies for the prize?
Well, the thing is, from 10 to 2 p.m., as I said, we'll be driving around the island, right? It's going to be different from the afternoon where everyone will be coming on out in their patriotic colors, but you stand a chance of winning. So what we'll do while we go around the island, if we spot anyone on the road during that period, then we stop and we ask questions, we interact with them, and they'll get different prizes.
Okay, tell the driver, look for a tall fellow. No hair. Gray beard. And a pair of earrings.
Inside the point?
If we so happen to spot
the
you,
best be.
if we so happen to spot you, he'll definitely make a stop. But
Alrighty.
we really want persons to come on out into the Independence Square as well from 3 to 10 on that day, where we'll have live entertainment, we'll have local vendors. And so if you are a vendor and you are interested in participating in the Patriotic Day, we just want to encourage you to go on over to the government headquarters where you can sign up to be a vendor. Spots are limited, so it's a first come, first served basis. So be sure to sign up to get an opportunity to display and offer what you'd offer as a vendor. And so once persons who are there at the event, once they're wearing the patriotic colors and they purchase from the vendors, then what would happen is that they'll get a chance to win other prizes as well. So it's just a celebratory day where we want to give back not only to our local vendors, but also to our patriots. So come on out on the 18th, that is, from 10 to 2 on the road. Look out for the mobile. And then from 3 to 10, we'll be at the square celebrating. And then following that, we will have EBJ Harmonix as well as the parading towards the park. So we'll have folklore, we'll have masquerades. It's just
leaving the Independence Square, heading back?
Yes,
heading you said there'll be live entertainment in the square?
Correct, correct. So while they march onto the park at 11:30, that will commence our Independence Ceremonial Parade. So that is when
which is merging into
Warner Park. Okay. Correct. So on that day, it's going to be very different. We really wanted to provide a different experience this year for our independence celebration. And so this year, with a difference, we'll have a drone show providing a unique experience with aerial lights. And so just imagine lights that are showcasing in the sky where you see the flag, you see the national emblem, and it's just a beautiful showcase, and it's the first ever
of its kind.
Yes, of its kind. So it's something to look forward to. So we're encouraging everyone to come on out to have that experience, and you don't want to miss it because there's nothing that is more exciting than actually seeing it for yourself rather than looking at it online. I know persons are so comfortable in looking at things online, but this is one where you have to see it for yourself. So definitely come on out with your family and your friends to have that unique experience.
Definitely, okay.
I said about full. What are you looking forward to from all that you've heard?
Well, somebody mentioned to me a couple of days ago that there'll be a flag raising ceremony going from 11:49. We're going to try to replicate the raising of the flag, and I'm wondering, is it really correct? So, because I was there 40 years ago. You wasn't here yet. I wasn't here. But that's what somebody was mentioning, but you're giving now more updated information as to what to expect.
Yes, definitely. And even if you're not certain, what we would encourage persons to do is definitely go on our Facebook page, that is the St. Kitts Nevis Independence Facebook page, where there are so much details about what is happening. So instead of depending on word of mouth from others, you can always go on and get more information. And I'll be going to the different media houses to provide more details as more details, surface. So definitely keep your ears out.
Okay, we do a 4-station break at the moment, but there's a question I want to ask you in the interim. So where are we on the Independence Song Competition?
Well, that is going to be spoken about tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll have more updates on that, so definitely stay tuned. It's so much that's happening. Trust me, it's so much that's happening. So we're trying to bring everything out, bit by bit. And of course, I know persons are excited and they really want to know what's happening. I got a message about that. So just listen out on the airways, look on our Facebook page, and we'll keep you updated day to day.
Okay. We're going to have a chance to take us downtown now to give Caesar his due, and then we'll be back. We'll open the lines and have the public engage you in questions and get their questions answered.
From the South, 98.9 Win
Get ready to celebrate in style as St. Kitts Nevis turns 40. And guess what? SL Horsewoods is throwing a big independence celebration just for you. For a limited time only, enjoy a whopping 25% off all purchases at your favorite Horsewood stores. That's right, 25% off store-wide on all discardable items at the Building and Nevis Center, Furniture and Appliances showrooms on both St. Kitts and Nevis, and the Ashley Furniture Home Store. But hurry, this incredible offer is valid only from Thursday, September 14th to Friday, September 15th and Monday, September 18th. Don't miss out. So get ready, get set, and get your 25% off and celebrate this independence with Horsewood's Big Independence 40 celebration. This is an independence celebration you just can't miss. See stores for details. Some restrictions apply.
name is King Socrates, and this is my contribution for our 40th Independence Anniversary celebration. Happy Independence! There are two white stars in the flag of our twin island nation, symbolizing the hope of our people and the liberty we are sworn to defend. No matter the cause or the struggle, we must persevere to the end, so that for generations we will never lose our freedom. We have weathered many storms together, and we'll overcome many more, standing shoulder to shoulder. This will ensure that our flag keep waving over this land of beauty as we keep celebrating anniversary after anniversary. May every citizen fiercely defend this liberty, so that our children will always stand free. The red in the flag reflects our bloodshed in the struggles for our freedom. The black is for African heritage. Look what we've overcome. So we must never take these colors for granted and respect their symbolism as they embody every vestige of the spirit of our nation, chronicled in these 5 colors. Is our identity heralded into the world, our sovereignty. May our flag keep waving over this blessed country as we keep celebrating anniversary after anniversary. May every citizen proudly defend this liberty, so that our children will always stand free. We borrowed from the rainbow 2 strips of yellow, and in our flag enshrined. So no matter how dark the tomorrow, we can always stand in the sunshine. The green in the flag is for our fertile lands, our agricultural base, whereby we can sustain our people if the issue necessitates. We have forged 40 years together, now aiming for 40 more. With God in our struggles, this will ensure that a flag keeps waving over this land of beauty as we keep celebrating anniversary after anniversary. May every citizen fiercely defend this liberty, so that our children will always stand free.
What do you think of that potential?
I mean, that was amazing. I just love how educative it was, and I love the beat and everything. So when you listen to the music, you're taking away something from it, and you have a sense of national pride. So it was really beautiful.
Well, somebody responded that it was more about educating the people as to the colors of the flag.
Yes, it's a lot of information.
And the symbolism.
Definitely.
So I hope I get the nod.
Yeah, and even if school children hear it, because we understand that children learn differently. Some learn through memory, through writing, through listening to music, to beats. So, it's definitely something for them to learn from.
Well, Rosemary Donald up in New York said nice.
All
and I know
right.
National's up there listening. She's actually from TNT, but she knows Calypso, so I'm happy with that. So, okay, the lines are now open. Pastor Clive Saunders is here with us in the studio. Okay, the lines are open. Let's hear what this caller have to contribute. We will miss that call. Caller, good day, you live on Voices. Caller, good day, you live on Voices. TikTok, are you there?
Greetings for you, my brother.
Good day. Welcome back to the program.
Okay, give thanks.
We have with us.
Give thanks. Greetings to your guests and give thanks for the information flowed. Where should we start? Okay, let's start with the song. Give thanks to it. Go ahead, good lyrical potency and we up the musical accompaniment. Good to go same way. You said Twin Islands, and when you said that, it reminded me of the song we made concerning the changes in the national anthem about land. It should be land, and the color chosen. That's another debate. The white color. Okay. The Prime Minister's lecture series. Give thanks again for the choice, good choice, yeah. And we know it's up there. We didn't get to go, but we'll take it in. And we give thanks for the information concerning the interest of the students. Yeah. And this is up their field, up their alley. The last lecture series, this is something different. They was just occupied with other things other than taking in what was being shared. And we didn't have to make a complaint about that. Okay. My beloved pastor brethren, give thanks for that involvement, because Thanksgiving is always in order. We are in a space though that we have many spiritual vibrations around us. You and the PRO there. Any consideration was given to get some chance from Rastafari? At all? Concerning the patriotic day, we think we should step a little further and some civics inside there. We would like to see inside there some encouragement towards keeping the environment clean. Encouragement towards supporting each other in businesses. Things like that. And etc. We like to see things like that and others in patriotic day, other than colors and fun. And we need to step up, because we are in a situation that we need those kind of upping up. Yeah? 40 years is a lot of years. We have come a long way, but we really should have been further. As the people who we are. Remember, we are the black survivors, That's who we are. And once we embrace that story and take it and even go beyond that story, to our original way of life as a people. As we said that we want to extend condolences to our people in the north and the east, Morocco and that other part there. Yes. So we are taking our eyes off of who we are, even as we celebrate independence politically.
Okay.
We are much more than the Westminster. The Westminster, remember, we have to remember that the Westminster style, scheme of things was handed down to us. And we must always keep the struggle moving on and on. Bob Marley saying it needs to end, but it's not end yet. It's not end yet, and we can't forget that we can't forget who we are as a journey. And
we're celebrating
who we are. That's it, loud.
Much respect to you. Thanks for your contribution. And the mic is still yours. You're here to lay out all the various aspects of a celebration.
Yeah.
Anything you want to highlight?
What I
We'll
would...
take the calls as they come in, but in the
No
meantime, you
problem.
can just disseminate.
Yes, thank you so much, caller.
And we go to the phone lines. Call your live on voices. Go to caller your live on voices.
Sago.
This is one of our national heroes.
Hello.
Yes, Hunks.
Sago.
Yes, Hunks. Fighting Hunks.
I'm here sitting on my bed.
Mm-hmm.
A breaker man. Every time you come around this time of the year, I get so angry. That's why I'm not the village who beat me for the championship and never give me a return.
A return match.
Hello?
So one of our, he didn't give you a return match?
He never gave me a return match.
Kind of hard.
So this is what,
Too late for that now.
20 years.
Too late for that now.
It can't be too late.
You want a return match now, Hunks?
Hello?
You want a return match right now?
Socrates, if he called now and say he give me a return match,
you're good to go.
I will just start to walk.
That you're good to go.
I
you
will
know
start to walk.
person?
The last time he come by my house, I told him, look, tell me you don't give me a return, I get about my wheelchair.
Okay.
He ain't tell me, you know.
Maybe he's training.
If he only tell me he give me a return, I'll get about my wheelchair.
Okay.
And he just stumbling. Fair to say he'll give me a return. Fancy by Junior, you know.
40 years of celebrating independence. What are your thoughts?
Hello?
40 years now. This is our 40th anniversary of independence celebration. What are your thoughts?
He never give me a return.
That's his start.
40 years, never give me a return.
Hey.
When he was going to St. Thomas, I warned him. I said, do not box in St. Thomas. Do not box in St. Thomas. He tell me about come world champ. I said, look, beat me again. Beat me again, then you come world champ. He went to St. Thomas. That ship me out the night to Puerto Rico, you know, after the boxing. I'm not rejoicing on it. But the night after the boxing in St. Thomas, the same night after ship me to Puerto Rico to fix up his job.
I see.
So, because I warn him. I tell him, boy, no, you beat Hunks. You beat Hunks when you go to St. Thomas. Everybody wants you. I said, do not box in St. Thomas. The bank on world champ. I said, yo. I said, beat me again. Beat me again and you come world champ. And 20 years now. I know it. Even if I'll box with him, you know.
Okay, Hunks, we have some guests in the studio, so giving information, right?
you.
I'm gonna have to explain to the young lady who you are because she born last week.
Yeah.
Right?
Thank you.
Fastest one, but Fighting Hunks is one of our former boxing champion, representing the federation around the globe.
Wonderful.
He's from Connery, probably from Connery, and he's in a wheelchair.
So that's
what
why
he says.
so passionately.
That is why he said if the fellow give him a match right now, he get up off his chair and walk and beat him.
Passionate about it.
Passionate. Oh,
source.
Okay, yeah.
All right,
Okay.
and yeah. So thanks for your contribution, Icon. We appreciate that. Any other calls on the line? Okay, we go back to the phone lines. Caller, you're live on Voices.
Hello.
But they caller, you're live on Voices.
Hi, good afternoon, the King.
Good afternoon, sir, with respect.
And good afternoon to the rep of the organizing committee and the pastor.
Okay.
That are there. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
The King, your song is very loaded. And if I might add something to this discussion, I think there needs to be a more concerted educational drive prior to the independence. We know that independence would be approaching, but how educational the drive is. I can extrapolate so much from your song, right? And compartmentalize it towards the drive for our educational process. Just outlining the symbolism, the colors of the flag, and the symbols and what it stands for.
Mm-hmm.
To reiterate these things to our younger folk because they are more geared towards, like, their eyes are into the technology, and sometimes they're on the road, they're just like looking down as opposed to looking up. You know? We're supposed to be looking up, you know. but everybody's eyes are down. Everybody's faces are down.
Okay.
So there needs to be a more educational drive towards enlightening our people the significance of our independence. How our forebearers and the king, you know me. I do my little blog and I speak a lot about ancestors because it's rooted in the Bible, Pastor. Pastor, you're familiar with this passage? Honor thy mother and thy father, so that thy days might be long on the face of the earth.
Yes, I am.
And so the 16th
even me know that.
Are you familiar with that? So this is the time to honor our forebearers. Some will say ancestors, some will say forebearers. It means the same thing. That honoring needs to come with the education to inculcate, not to indoctrinate. Because we have seen what indoctrination has done to us. To inculcate in the next generation that the baton has passed on to you to take this thing forward. For more, like the song said, the king. For more celebrations, for more expectation of this moment to reflect, because it's a moment of reflection.
Okay.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you for the contribution. We're going to ask our callers to keep their contributions a bit short because we have lots of information. Want to get as most folks in as possible. We just missed that call. Okay, go right ahead. Is it Saunders or Joseph?
Yes, I just want to touch base on what just two of the callers would have mentioned, especially as it relates to the education aspect of our independence. And throughout my life, I can attest that since I was a little girl going to primary school, high school, that has been a number one thing that the Ministry of Education has done. I'm sure during the season, you know of children who come home with their homework that asks them about, name some of the national heroes, ask them about what the national colors represent and so forth. And even on the calendar of events, we see that we have the colors red, yellow, green, white. We encourage them to wear these colors, and we know that it's a symbolic element and it's a creative educational aspect of teaching them to embody the representation of the colors of the flag. And then we hear that through music, as the Calypsonian has done so well. And then we have the school patriotic programs. And so I believe that the Ministry of Education has done a fantastic job throughout the years to ensure that our children are educated. And I also believe that we have a personal responsibility as nationals and as patriotic persons ourselves to do that homework as well, speak about it at home. The first caller would have mentioned supporting businesses throughout this celebration. And I can tell you that this is not something that we just do on celebratory aspect. This is something that happens all the time. Like we have the small business division that offers support to small businesses where they assist them with grants, writing their business plans and so forth. So this is not just an annual thing.
I have to come and see you.
An annual thing where we just highlight businesses. We can't just focus on that being.
Let's go to the phone lines. Ms. Joseph, caller, you're live on Voices. Okay, in the interim, here's a question. Another caller? Okay, caller, you're live on Voices.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Joseph.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I heard you mention about folklore and masquerade. Would it just be masquerade alone?
Well, I just said folklore, and folklore is very
General,
broad. It's general, yes. So I just highlighted masquerade, not meaning specifically just masqueraders. So it's so much more.
I would like listen to me.
Sure.
I would like you to take my number, right? So we could organize some clowns to be a part of it,
Well, we're open to that, definitely. So as I mentioned, for interested persons, we open the opportunity for vendors to sign up. So the creative economy is there, and the persons who are on board organizing this event, I'm sure they'll be open to your participation. So definitely welcomed.
I got in town in a while, right? And I can pass with creative economy.
Yes.
And again, some kind of problems with them too. Because I would like to know where to organize the clowns, right? Then got to get music to accompany us. And all them kind of things there, if you understand what I'm speaking of. That's the reason why I asked you if you could take my number and we could discuss this.
Certainly, sir. Certainly. Your number can
my
be
number
taken.
is 668 2555.
2555. And what's your name?
Tweed. Kashrai Tweed. K-O-S-H-R-O-Y. Tweed.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much, sir. We thank you for your volunteerism.
That's about it out here. All right, now,
All right. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Any other caller there? Okay, quick question. You spoke about the education, about national, imagery. Did you know that, and this is not an insult because there are many people who have that perception that the 2 white stars means one for St. Kitts, one for Nevis. What do you know about that? That's what people are. What is your understanding?
I know 2 white stars over the years. I think it's for hope and
liberty. Yeah, that's what I know.
I've never heard that before.
I've never heard that before. So.
Growing up in school, that's what we were taught.
Yeah, hope and liberty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I guess sometimes people have their unique twist on the symbolism, but it's important that we stay educated and keep that uniform theme and not change it up just, for creativity's sake. But I've known it all my life to be hope and liberty.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. We have callers say they're trying to get in on the line, but the lines are open.
Okay.
Good
afternoon, the King.
Good afternoon, sir. You're live on Voices.
Yeah, and the pastor and the good lady there.
Good afternoon.
Okay, now, I have one thing. We're asking about the 40th anniversary of independence. Well, I will leave that for another time because I am not too pleased with what we call independence for St. Kitts Nevis. And I'll tell you one of the reasons why. Who built that big load of land down there in front of the treasury, where the short pier was? Dr. Kennedy Simmons, that was his idea. And he is the only living national hero we have. And I think that is a disrespect to him. Because that place is supposed to name Kennedy Port. Kennedy Port, not no Zante. I look in the telephone directory for the name Zante, and I haven't seen no name. So why should they skip over Dr. Kennedy, who had the idea to build that, and go to Italy and bring a name down here, call it Port Zante? He's supposed to name Port Kennedy. And something else was said on the earlier talk show. Someone said something, and there was a lot of critic behind him. I do not support wrong. If somebody says something and it is wrong, it is wrong. But there were people who used to disrespect other prime minister and call them big stone, and nobody criticized that. Let us think about that. Thank you very much for listening. That's all I have to say for today.
Okay, beautiful. Any other caller at the moment? Or anyone want to respond to what I would have said just now?
Well, one thing I know for sure is that our national heroes, especially our living hero, we always acknowledge them and we pay tribute and respect to them. Not just on an annual basis, but continuously ensuring that our people remember their contributions and what they did, who they were. And so I understand his point in terms of giving it that name, but I think we are aware as a people, and even if we are not aware, there are opportunities to become aware of the contributions of our past heroes. So, Carla, thank you so much for your input, but we do a very good job in terms of highlighting and honoring our heroes. Even last night, his name was mentioned at the Prime Minister's lecture series. So, from all my life, I've heard about Mr. Kennedy Simmons and his contributions. So, he has not been forgotten.
Okay. Excuse me. This person said they tried 7 times to get in, and they're trying to get information on clarification about the Sunday event. So let's take this call, and then Pastor Saunders, you can respond to that. Caller 11 Voices.
Yes, Socrates. This is Jam Down again. Culture is so right. The right honorable Prime Minister used to be in forum with the same man calling the Prime Minister Big Stone and then say nothing. But some people only good at calling down things. Eli, out of these things. Have a good day.
Okay, thank you. We have here, we've been preparing for a Warner Park 439 experience so far. I don't know what it means. I've got 4:30.
Yes, the actual service is not going to be at Warner Park. It's actually at the Connery playing field. There was a change that took place yesterday.
Okay.
And so that is why we're giving this information today. And the start time is at 4 p.m.
Okay, the continued temperature should be borne in mind. It is a bit hot out there, so maybe in relation. Okay. Let's see what this caller have to contribute. Caller, your live on Voices.
Greetings forwardly. We didn't hear the answers to the question we asked concerning Rastafari chanting some psalm in that gathering. And we didn't hear the clear response neither towards our son about, encourage cleanliness, making people stop mad, the whole land of beauty. Yeah?
Okay,
thank you.
And we didn't hear that. And before we quickly come out the line. My brother, we have to, Eli have to be there because we had said when the 111 was calling the Honorable Prime Minister then by some stone thing, we had said, no, we're not for that. And so much so that the person who we tell him don't do that, I notice he don't hear me up as he used to. But I don't really care. I teach you my name.
Point taken. Blessed love. Okay, Pastor Saunders, you have a chance to respond to the question.
I heard when you mentioned that, and I guess going forward, this is something that we have to look into to see how we could include you guys going forward. So it's not a matter that we deliberately left you out, but I guess that's just how it is over the years. So it's something that we have to maybe look at.
Okay. Back to the phone lines. Is hotline. You're live on Voices, caller.
Oh, yes. Good afternoon
Sister
again.
Henry,
Good
welcome back to the
Pastor
program.
Saunders and the young lady.
Good afternoon.
Is it Joseph? Crystal
Miss
Joseph.
Joseph.
Yes, PRO for the Independence Committee.
Have you said what will happen on National Heroes Day? Because I noticed they're skipping over the 16th.
Well, I'm not actually skipping over, but I thank you for asking.
Well, not you, but I mean, I've heard all the other things, and it is being skipped over.
Well, thank you
one. Don't answer yet.
Okay, no problem. I thought you wanted an answer.
Why was Connery chosen? Is there sufficient seating and shade? Because otherwise you're getting into politics, Because that's constituency 8. Is it suitable for such an occasion?
Well, I'm not too sure why Connery, but I mean the committee decided that Connery would be a better option than what we had. So that is why we moved
better than the park.
Well, the thing about it, when it comes to logistics,
the park was kind of funny because you remember that originally we were looking at the park, but then because the Independence Parade is set for the park. Remember the Independence Parade is what? The next day? Right after that? Not the next day, but right after that. So the moving of the stage and everything would have been a little bit difficult, a little challenge, and that's the reason why I think that we moved towards...
All right then, thank you for that. I would like to hear why there is no information on the 16th, because I heard the Farmers Association planning to have a breakfast in that same Heroes Park vicinity. Before from 6 to 10, they say.
I got
so
tickets.
So what exactly is the position for National Heroes Day?
So thank you so much for that question. As it relates to logistics, though, just to piggyback off of what Pastor Saunders was speaking about, sometimes we don't necessarily understand why certain venues are chosen, but we have a very competent team who, makes decisions based on what would be best for the specific event. So thank you for that question, but it's just logistics based. As it relates to the National Heroes Day, there has been a flyer that would have been circulated, and it's still on the Facebook page, and I'm even seeing it on person status, and I'm looking at it right now. On the 16th, I'm seeing about up to more than 10 events on that day, and we of course know that it is traditional for us to have the Heroes Day ceremony. And so there will be so many different activities. So because you asked, I'll just take a brief moment to highlight some of them. But sometimes when we're on air, we don't have so much time to, speak about everything that is on the calendar. But there will be the Heroes Day observation. There'll be the announcement of the national honors. There will also be the community flag raising ceremony. I think Socrates asked about that earlier. And then we have some other fringe activities. The Rotary Club of St. Kitts and Nevis, they're having a barbecue rally. Then there's the wreath laying and recognition ceremony, which is an annual event as well. And there are also other fringe activities to commemorate that day. So what I would advise you to do is just visit the Facebook page on the St. Kitts Nevis Independence Party page, and you'll have all the details that you need. And we're on the air, different media houses from time to time, giving more details. It's so much to share that we might not have all of the time to elaborate, but we definitely want you to know that on National Heroes Day, there will be so much to look forward to. So thank you, Carlo, for that inquiry.
Okay, we do have to go. One more call before we go to station break. Okay, let's see what this caller have to contribute. Good day, caller. You live on Voices.
Yes, Socrates, the young lady there. Sweetheart, nothing.
No, sweetheart. Her name is Christelle Joseph. No, sweethearts.
Cocktail. A question. Nothing from government to clean up the place for independence. All the ministers them supposed to come out the community and walk on the community and see how thin the drains them is. Have a good day.
All right, thank you. Very good. I'm time now to give credit to our sponsors. So we'll be right back.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is Win FM.
Riddle this, riddle that. Horseman's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store is again giving away hundreds of thousands of dollars in cashback for free groceries with every hire purchase. Will be given back this coupon season. Happening now. Hundreds of thousands of dollars in cashback coupon to all our hire purchase customers this coupon season. Starting now until December 2023. You get absolutely free groceries with every hire purchase at our Horseman's Furniture and Appliances stores on St. Kitts Nevis and our Ashley Home Store on St. Kitts. So riddle this. Where can you get quality furniture and appliances at great prices with a flexible FlexPlay plan and with absolutely free groceries with every hire purchase? Riddle that. Cashback at Horseman's Furniture and Appliances on St. Kitts Nevis and our Ashley Home Store on St. Kitts. Riddle this. Riddle that. Horseman's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store is giving you over $250,000 in cashback and a chance to win free groceries for a year. Riddle that cashback. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
Welcome back to Voices. We're going to ask to hold the lines for a minute. I want to read something that was sent in by a contributor. It reads, Good Day King. A couple of weeks ago, you facilitated Dr. Gill coming on and speaking about Marcus of the Woods, and he spoke to the nomination of Marcus of the Woods to be recognized as a national hero. He also mentioned the fact that all of our national heroes are former politicians. In no shape or form am I diminishing the contributions of these individuals because we would not be here without their contribution. But I would like to highlight the mindset of a people where this notion of tribal politics shines through all the time, where we always have to include it in everything that we do. I say this because we have so many people that have contributed to the fabric of what we are now as a nation. We have nothing to do with politics. That is true. And yet we never give them their rose, and we only highlight their contributions after they have passed. It's a lot to take in, young lady Joseph, Pastor, if you can get the gist of what he's saying. Mm-hmm. We always seem to honor politicians, we pass on the contribution by other persons that they think notables should be Marcus of the Woods. Are you familiar with his story, his contribution?
No.
Not okay.
But this is an opportunity for me to get educated on that. Being
all right. What about you, son?
No, I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah. But just to kind of piggyback off on what he said, I understand what he's saying because on National Heroes Day, that's when we do highlight the past heroes, and it's the same throughout the years. However, I have been to, just earlier this year, I was at a woman's event at the government headquarters, and I realized that a lot of women were honored. They were given prizes and awards for their contributions to the nation. And I even recall during my time in cohort 7 with the Jenkins Limited course, we have a national, we call it a nationals pack that's right up there by CFBC. If persons take their time out to go, it's nicely decked with benches and just some information. To that highlights other heroes, a part of the heroes that we know. And I usually see the government throughout the years, whether it's this government or past government, where they would have honored nurses, past teachers, and all of that.
They're talking about at that level.
I understand it's a different level, but our people are still being honored and recognized for their contributions.
We got about 12 minutes, so it's yours to maximize share. We can still keep the lines going. 8 minutes. Socrates done. So 8 minutes to make this work, and we have with us in the studio Ms. Crystal Joseph. She's the PRO from the Independence Committee, and Pastor Clive Saunders. He's dealing with the church matters, of course. We have to give her, So, you guys, somebody asked about the more information about the church program. You have a chance to.
Again, the National Service of Gratitude and Gospel Concert comes off on Sunday coming, the 17th at 4. It's going to be at Connery Playing Field. And so it starts with the service itself, and then right after the service, we have the Independence Gospel Concert. We'll kick off right after that. So it's going to be a really exciting time. We have Vinell Powell from Nevis, Blestina from St. Kitts, Page from St. Kitts Roots Gospel Band, and we have 2 overseas artists that we need to release as soon as we get the green light too. Hopefully sometime today. You'll know who that is.
Any, somebody spoke about the heat. I guess they're anticipating the weather is been increasing. Any, the shading, the tents, all of that's in place?
Well, I'm not too sure how that is going to be, but I'm sure that they're going to be all of that into consideration as well.
Okay. It's yours.
Yes, so just final words is just to really do a recap of what is to come.
The final word you got about 7 minutes.
Just to recap, on the 15th to the 22nd is Taste SKN, so be sure to visit some of the restaurants that will be participating. The information is on the Restaurant Week, St. Kitts Nevis Restaurant Week page on Facebook, as well as the Independence page on Facebook, where there's a list of the restaurants both in Nevis and St. Kitts that will be participating. On the 16th, we have the Freedom Concert in Nevis. And the 17th, we have the National Service of Gratitude and Gospel Concert, as you heard Pastor Saunders mention. On the 18th, we have the Patriotic Day leading to the Independence Ceremonial Parade. And then we have much more activities. On the 22nd, I really wish to highlight the drill competition that will be taking place. Marcia Jeffords of the Creative Economy has been talking about that, and she'll be speaking about that at the different media houses, so that's something to look forward to. And there are so many other activities that, we want to highlight, but we are circulating them via flyers. We are going to the different media houses just to ensure that persons are aware of what's going on.
Okay.
So, yes.
Now,
stay tuned.
Marcus of the Woods was, let's say, a runaway slave who led many sorties against the plantation. He raided the plantation. He made it very uncomfortable for them. He said, fight the plantation. There were people who were with him, hiding him, supporting him. And the authorities could not find him. So he became a character of folklore. Never caught. There are no records of his death. But he was symbolic in terms of sharing that essence of freedom. We can, get away from the plantation and survive on our own. And he encouraged a lot of the raiding on the plantations, etc. There's a lot more to it than that.
Right.
Okay. Betta Douglas. She was an enslaved person on what was Winfield Plantation. She was literate. She was able to write. She gained the favor of the overseas owners, and she was able to write to them to get her freedom.
Oh.
The local overseers did not honor that request. They put her in the stockade for weeks. And as a woman, how that could affect her. She had to negotiate with them to free her children because they too were being victimized. She is the only person who would have taken her captors to court here in St. Kitts.
Wow.
An enslaved person, Jewy white. The whole thing is white. But the fact is, because she was the only black person, to take her captors to court.
Wow.
She could not win. But these are aspects of a history that we do not know.
Yeah.
So somebody asked me last week.
Actually hearing that.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm doing a song called Heroes of the Caribbean, and I shared it with Mr. Flaherty. He asked me, would her name be mentioned in the song? Marcus of the Woods' name is mentioned in the song.
Right.
But Betty Douglas used to be on Winfield Plantation, and she took her captives to court.
Wow.
So that's something that we have to look at when we think that we were all ignorant and didn't know that she was literate.
Wow.
Wrote to her captors, well, the overseers in the UK, and they gave her freedom, but the local land, whatever, did
Our
not.
people, wow.
Put
Our
in
people were
stockade.
resilient people. And I thank you for sharing that with me. I wrote it down because I would have to look that up because I'm really passionate about history and learning about our people. And
So the history of the story of Marcus of the Wood is why Dr. Gill and Mr. Flaherty was trying to get him nominated as a national hero. That was why he called and made a contribution.
Right.
We got
Thank you
about
so
3
much.
minutes. It's all yours still.
Thank you so much.
So in terms of national heroes, we have to look beyond just the politicians and those who would have paved the way
Right.
during a very difficult time. We have to embrace that
Right.
because it empowers us in knowing who we are from whence we came.
But what I like about the fact that you mentioned this, and even the person who made that contribution in terms of their feedback on that, is that there are persons out there who knows a lot of the history and what took place and some of the areas that needs to be highlighted more. So I think it's a personal responsibility to share the word, just like
Yeah,
how
it
you
is,
made
yeah.
mention of it on the radio. So you kind of create that curiosity in terms of what this is about, and then persons then would look into it, and then as you as a creative yourself incorporate that historical element in your songs, in your music. So that is really something unique, and I applaud persons for actually taking the opportunity to highlight some of the heroes that may have been overlooked.
I think we need to do more to to educate our young people with respect to the
Go
history.
to the page of the story Sandy Point. Type in the page of Sandy Point, go there, you'll find a lot of information.
Thank you so much.
And our King Socrates presents the story of Sandy Point.
Okay.
So I'm not supposed to know about that. I can indicate to your guests the historic St. Kitts. Let me read this properly because it's from the same gentleman. Kindly indicate to your guests that historic St. Kitts, the website that the National Archivist did before his mom, Mr. Flaherty, right? The National Archivist did before she passed or has all that information.
Wonderful.
So historic St. Kitts, you can go to the site and get more of this information.
Right. Thank you so much.
Right.
Thank you so much. And I tip my hat to persons who take the opportunity to document this, because documenting is very important. That's how the history and the story is passed on throughout the generations. So thank you so much.
Closing remarks, because we're at 129.
Well, again, I want to encourage one and all to support the activities for the Independence celebration, and of course, I'm really encouraging people to come on out on Sunday. It would be really nice if we get a lot of people to come to just give God thanks and praise for His goodness towards us. I'm really looking forward to seeing all of you, and I can guarantee you it's going to be an awesome service, and the concert is going to be just such a powerful time. And so come on out, bring your entire family. Let's just have a good time there at Canary Playing Ground.
Definitely.
Amen to that. We're out of time, but Piero, you have the last say.
Yes, so on the 18th, because we're doing it very differently for the Independence Ceremonial Independence Ceremonial Parade, we want persons to really come on out at 11:30 to witness this, because it's the first time ever that we're doing this in the Federation. And so we want as many persons to know that, it's different from the fireworks, rather than it's more of a mesmerizing, customized light display in the sky, and the intricacies of it and the complex shapes and so forth. I'm sure it's going to be very captivating. So make sure you're there with your family to witness this momentous occasion. So thank you to everyone for their contributions, and we look forward to seeing you at all the events.
Hopefully Wednesday will be here with some more independence tidbits. We're all celebrating the entire month of our 40th Independence Anniversary celebration. My name is Socrates. It's been a pleasure. I want to wish you guys peace, love, and a much better tomorrow. Bear in mind that we're still in the midst of the Atlantic hurricane season. And around the 19th, we get some blessings. You gotta watch that, okay? Right. Until then, hopefully on Friday, we continue the national debate. It's been a pleasure.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Horsford's Value Mart IGA Independence Special.
Running September 7th to the 20th.
And during the month of September, the more you shop, the more you save.
You get the double points on all grocery, food items and meat, so shop today.
Now, our Value Club Blue Tag Specials. IGA and Essential Everyday Frozen Waffles, $10.99. Lay's Stack Chips, $8.99. IGA and Essential Everyday Cereals, $9.99. Essential Everyday Mayonnaise, $17.99. Blue Bunny Ice Cream, $22.99. Nabisco Chips Ahoy, $14.99.